Hey everybody, it's Mike for Faraday Research. It's Sunday night, it's March 26th, and yesterday was my birthday, so anybody who wished me happy birthday, thank you very much for your birthday wishes. So it's Sunday night, and I've been doing some work here on the motor generator, and just to show that I haven't been messing around and doing nothing this whole weekend, I got it running. So I still got a lot of work to do yet on it. Here's kind of some of the circuits I've been working on. There's the wheel. Now what I had to do is the rubber part of the wheel, I had to remove it. It just seemed like it just had too much mass on it, too much weight. So I stripped that off, put the magnets back on, and now the wheel's a little bit lighter and it runs more freely and actually runs a little bit more true. So it kind of worked out really good. The other thing was, it turned out the proximity sensor was in the spot where originally I had this pickup coil. So I reinstalled it in this position. You can see the magnets sitting right there. Well, it actually turned out really good because the other two pickup coils at the back there, can you see them? Those are also in line with these magnets here. So now the three pickup coils are now going to fire at the same time, which that is a really good thing. So that kind of worked out really good. So I solved that problem. Also, my proximity sensor, I had another one I was using that wasn't working right. Had to change the switch, the mechanical switch. It wasn't firing right. So I switched those two things out. And then I also noticed another problem, and this is a mistake that pretty much anybody can make, even me. It's something that can be overlooked. So as you know, all the magnets going around, I got 5 on this wheel. They're all facing north out. Well, if you swap magnets every now and then, what will happen is you'll have 2 magnets that look identical. I can't separate them, but anyways, they are opposing poles, so they were going together. So that means I had one that was facing south out. So that was causing the problem with the wheel. It was causing a pulling effect. So I swapped it out. I make sure every single magnet is north facing out. So that is definitely a problem that could be overlooked and sometimes not even seen until way later. I was lucky enough to catch it. So I was able to swap another magnet out, had a proper pull with the proper screw countersink on the side there. So now I know all the magnets are facing north out. So that was another problem that I encountered. But good news is I got it running. So I hooked up the capacitor to the circuit as well. This one's a 250 volt, 250 microfarad capacitor. And that's on the circuit going out. So that's going to give me maximum power coming out. Now, I haven't tuned it to the point where I got it as fast as the other motor. Obviously, the wheel is smaller. It's going to spin a lot faster. But this motor has way more inertia because it's heavier. It's also a bigger diameter. But when you watch it, it looks like it's running a lot slower than the other motor, as the other motor's wheel is only 6 inches. This one's 12, so it's double the size. So it's actually 6 inches in, it's spinning the same speed as it would have been on the out, because the further out you go from the axis, the faster the magnets travel. Okay, it goes faster. Or sorry, it goes slower. So the magnets are firing slower, so I'm kind of at a crossroads with this wheel. If I should go with this size wheel, should I go to a smaller wheel, or should I add more magnets to it? I got 5 on there now. Maybe go to 6 magnets or 8. But in the Adams motor, he was only using 4, so I'm using 5. I want to try to keep it as close as I can to his original design. Like I said, I still have a lot of work to do to this to get it to run faster, get the timing just right. So as you can see, I got the proximity sensor here. Now in the other circuit, I was powering the electrical part of the system that runs the reed switch, runs the mechanical firing switch. That was on a separate circuit. Now I've joined everything together as one unit. So when I plug it in, I don't have to put in a second power source for the reed switch and the spark gap switch. So everything's run under the same power source. I'm going to get into more details on exactly how I've actually wired this. It's pretty much the same thing as before, a couple of changes. Now I haven't even hooked up the circuit for the pickup coils yet. So I still have to do that yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of give you a quick demo on it's running. So I got it going. So as you can see, I got all the batteries lined up. I got 50 volts. So I got it hooked up. So the second I fire it up, I got the lights going now so you can see what I'm doing. And we'll fire it up. I'll put the power on. And we got lights going. So it's a matter of fine-tuning it, finding the sweet spot for the for the proximity sensor to get the maximum speed. I still have to go fix up the coils. Now, as you can see at the back there, I got that LED that's showing that those two pickup coils are actually generating power. I haven't even added this to the circuit yet. That hasn't even been done yet, but I do have it running, so you can see it going. I like to get it to go faster. That's the goal right now, to get it to go quicker. So hopefully I'll be able to achieve that in the next week or so. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys something. I have been busy this weekend with my birthday and all this kind of stuff, but I still have been working on this motor. The lights are actually quite a bit brighter, but they are flickering quite a bit. That means I got to get the speed up. And I should be able to do it. It'll just take a little time to fine tune it, get things set up the right way. And as soon as I do, this thing will be amazing when it's done. I got the piezo transducer there. I got my full white bridge rectifier there, power coming out, and I also got the 250 volt, 250 microfarad capacitor to the circuit to give me a higher voltage spikes. So, and yeah, and the pickup coils, I haven't even finished that yet. So there's definitely a lot of work yet to do on the motor. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. Also in the description below, become a Patreon, help support my efforts. And there's a lot of yous out there that have. Great. Thank you very much for your contributions. And yeah, we'll see everybody in the next few days. And if I get any further with this, get the coils hooked up, get this thing running faster, yeah, I'll definitely make a video, and you guys will be the first to know. So for now, I'll just show you the kind of the numbers I got going here. Now I just fired it up for the first time, basically, so these numbers will get a lot better. So you can see I'm getting some pretty good numbers already. So I'm using 50 volts. 50 volts is going into this. So I'm doing some major back EMF spikes and reactive power. And that's because of this transducer. If I were to take that out, probably these lights wouldn't be working as good. Also, my inductor is a lot bigger too. So yeah, it's coming along. It's going to take a few days, or probably a couple weeks at least. But I'm definitely on the right track. Give me a thumbs up, and we'll see everybody soon. And all the links are in the description for my PayPal and also my Patreon. And yeah, everybody have a good night.